Hello and welcome to the Piles of Paragraphs creative space. I'm Lori and today it's time for hashtag Grungy Tag Challenge 2026 for the month of February. And the prompt for February is folded. So I hope everyone is having a good day and has had a chance to do something creative. I have been looking for things and figuring things out and not being very creative. So let's see what I can get going here. Scoot this up here. I want to say thank you to my friend Joey Cardmaker, for making these wonderful little labels for me. He did a fantastic job, and I just love them. And by the way, if you haven't seen his video for this challenge, please do go over to his YouTube channel and check it out. He did a fantastic job, and I was quite inspired to do things maybe a little differently than I do usually with these challenges, but we'll see. You know me. I kind of get in a rut. So I'm going to start with the large tag, and then we'll do the small tag second. Okay. So I've covered this with vintage map paper. Let's see, what else do I have that might be interesting on here? Let's see. It's so much fun to see other people do this challenge and see how they interpret the prompts. And I'm really enjoying people joining in and having a good time with this, or hopefully having a good time with this prompt, or with this challenge. Hopefully no stress, because that's what I would like for it to be. I don't want you to stress out about what you make or your process. Just enjoy it as much as you can. Let's see, what else do I have in here? My overflowing bin of scraps. Let's see if I can put the glue on this piece without, oh, excuse me, my nose is itching again, without tearing it, because it's quite fragile. Okay, so far so good. The lid back on my glue stick. Let's see. Let's kind of give some, oopsie. Actually, nope, I can't set that there because then I can't see the time. I'll set it over to the side so it's not flopping into my workspace. Let's see. Actually, let me put it over there, because if I put it in my scrap bin, it will disappear. Oh, what else? One of these. Let's put that up at the top. I was so impressed by Joey's video, because he had his tag tell a story, which I think is super cool. My brain does not work like that, so I am not good at telling stories with my collage pieces, but I really enjoyed it, and his came out so nice. And he used his fabulous digitals. He did such a terrific job making digitals. They're all well, I don't know, charming, is that the right word? I mean that in the best possible way. I just love them. Do I want to put, I found that in my stuff and I thought, well, maybe. Okay, we need more base. More more stuff. More grungy pieces. Or at least more pieces. Let's see. Dig, 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 dig. Okay. Let's do fold this over so it doesn't stick to the glue page. Let's see, what interesting things have I been doing lately? I really don't have any stories for you. I did go and work at the Art Resource Center yesterday on work day, and that was kind of amazing. The numbers for visitors have really gone up recently, like double of what we had been getting. We've been featured on a TikTok video, probably more than one, but one that I'm aware of, and it has really brought people into the Ark, and that's fabulous. And it also has, I think, brought more donations, which is indeed fabulous. We just need more people. We need more volunteers to try to keep up. Well, we made a pretty good dent in the donations to put them away yesterday. We didn't get anywhere, well, really, a dent was all it was. We didn't get anywhere near getting them all put away, so it has just been a super, super busy place. And of course, with lots of people visiting, it's harder to get things put away, you know, while the Ark is open. So I may have already shared the story with you. Excuse me if I have. I was there, and I kept picking up things from the back to carry up to the front to put away. And there'd be like a crowd of people. So I'd say, okay, well, I'll put that back. I'll go get something else. I would go. There'd be a crowd of people. It's like, oh, goodness. So, yes. And I'm not always the best in super people-y situations and get kind of anxious. So I had to retreat up to the front of the Ark for a while and hang out with Sherry and Pat. And Sherry's the lady that started the Ark and oversees everything, and Pat is her, I don't want to say assistant. She also helps and does tons of stuff. Whoopsie, put my pen there. Including greeting people. That particular day, she said she felt like she'd said, have you been in before? And the people had said no about 100 times, and she was pretty close. We had like 112 new people, and those were the people that signed in. And so, but to not every person, like a spouse or child or something comes in with somebody, they don't sign in. So there were more than that. There were new people, but very, very cool. But also a wee bit overwhelming. Okay, let me see. Now I'm going to try something yet again different. I have some rub-ons, and I'm hoping they will work on this old map. Let's see. And I don't do rub-ons very often, so kind of hold your breath. I'd say I'd hold my breath, but I can't talk and hold my breath because I do need to breathe between words. Okay. These coffee splatters seemed appealing to me today, so let's see. Gosh, I see now why Margaret uses a pencil when she does hers, or a pen, so you can see where you've been, because it is hard to tell. That's Margaret from Seven Plaza. Okay. Let me see. Ooh, did they stick? Did it stick? Did it stick? Well, that part did. Mostly. Oh, I missed part of the splatter. Well, that's good. Didn't get everything, but that's okay. It's the look I was going for. Let's see, I have this kind of scrunchy ticket. I don't know, might be too green. Okay, now for the folded part of the adventure, I made a little expanding envelope, and I have done this on my channel before, so if you haven't seen this video, I will link it below so that you can see how I managed to make this fun little envelope. Oops, as I pull it apart. Guess I should have glued it. Okay, so I have this. Do I want it on this side? Oh, maybe I do want it on that side. That's not bad there. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and glue it. This is coffee dyed paper, so hopefully it will stick. Sometimes coffee dyed paper doesn't adhere well. I don't know what it is. Something about the coffee and the adhesive don't always meld well. Boop, pin. Okay, got the pin back in the... Okay, so let's put this about here. And my bone folder. Hopefully that'll stay. Okay, we have this. Whoops. Well, I glued my finger down, but that seems pretty good. You know what? I am gonna glue that shut because it's not gonna stay. I folded and unfolded and refolded a few times, so that makes it not as tight. Actually, let me do that, and then I will not glue the envelope shut. Okay, so there we go. All right, pin back in the glue bottle. Now let's see. I think I do want to put something on there. These little tiny tags that I found in my stuff because I've been trying to straighten up and clean out and, you know, stick with my word of the year, which is release. Not really doing as well as I'd hoped, but I am still working on it. My friend Rachel is encouraging me, so I appreciate that. Let's see. I want something darker. Get a hold of it. Yes, there we go. Yes, all right. So then I'll just put a little bit of glue on each end, and hopefully I'll be able to tuck it in and untuck it without any tremendous difficulties. Okay. Oops, hold on, let me grab the pin back in the art glitter glue. Okay. Let's see. Where's my, pardon my rage, grab my tweezers here and see if I can line it up better. My little fat fingers kind of make that a challenge sometimes. Okay, let's put that there. Give it a good squish. Yes. Oh yeah, there you go. Well, that works. So now we have something folded. Go back to this. I like this, but I think maybe I just want part of it on here. And I want it a little more beat up. Sorry, trying to get this edge to separate, but it doesn't want to. Squish it a little more then. And I want it kind of torn and look like it's been around for a while, which actually I think it has been around for a while, but it just was still in pristine ticket shape when I took it out of its little package. So I'll run some glue along here. And let's see. here. Let's bend these things. Oh, good. That part's gonna split. That's good. Okay, now I need a little more glue because I was thinking I wasn't gonna put that much on, but you know, I changed my mind. All right, pin back in the glue bottle. Deep breath. Okay. I want it glued down well, but I still want it to be a little kind of bumpy. Let's see. Pardon my reach. Let me grab my scissors. Trim this off. And then let's see. I feel like we need something along the bottom. Let's see. Got out some stamps, but did I get out my ink pad? No. There's my ink pad. And let's see. This has all kinds of things still stuck to it. Let's take all those off because those are not what I want. Ink pad. Oops. All right. Put my scissors away. Also, let me scoop up all my labels and stuff and put them back in their little envelope. So I'm making a mess and I'm flipping things around. That's not what I want to do. So I'm going to slide these back in here. Okay, awesome. Okay, now what do I want along the bottom? Maybe this. Oops. Yes, my fingers are not really working with me today. They're kind of working against me. All right, let's. Okay. Put that there. Oh, that helps fill it a little bit. Okay. Put this back where it belongs. And let's see. I feel like I want something right here. Hopefully it will stamp reasonably well. Sorry, my nose is itching again. My poor husband is homesick today, and he basically never stays homesick, so I'm hoping he's going to get better soon. He has been sick a lot lately in the last few months. Colds, you know, those kind of things. Nothing too serious, but you know, it's a concern. I'm going to slide this in there so maybe it will stamp without the little edges from everything else. Okay, oh, yes. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, cover this up. Is there anything else I want to add? Yes, I feel like I need something else down here. What do I have that's interesting? Let's put some words in there. Yes, I like that. Kind of break up the little brown blob there. Alrighty. There. That's better. And we need something in here. Do I want to do another stamp? Maybe a little piece of washi tape. Get out the bag of washi tape here. Yes, well, having it in a bag is a good idea for keeping it all together, but it's not the best idea for seeing what you have. I think that one. Let me try this. No, the Ziploc bag is not wanting to zip up. One of the ladies that I volunteer with at the Art Resource Center picked up a Ziploc bag that wasn't zipped yesterday, and all we heard were this sort of crashing of little things. Marbles were escaping. She was really good. She contained most of them. I think only about, I don't know. Not even a dozen ended up on the floor. I was highly impressed. She was catching them with the bin as they were falling. Note to self, be careful when you pick up a Ziploc bag, because it happens to me all the time. I haven't got it sealed properly and stuff goes spilling out all over the place. Let's see. Maybe not right up against the edge. There we go. How's that? Let's see. There's the bone folder. Yeah, I do think I want a stamp over that, though. Still just a little too plain. Okay. What do I want over that? There we go. I think this will fill in nicely. Okay. It's taken me forever to make this. I'll have to work more quickly on the second one, won't I? Oops, whew. That's a problem with using this strangely shaped stamp holder. No, not bad. That'll probably take a few minutes to dry. On that side, so let me make sure I don't smear it. Put this back on here. All right. So I think that's that for now. Now let's see about the small one. Put that under my light for a second. Okay. Let's see, what do we want on this one? I'm going to be drawn to all the same things I used on the last one, so let's make sure I don't necessarily do that. Dig, 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 dig. Okay. Let's take a piece of this, because that's nice, and let's see. I think we'll go that way. Only because I like the words better on that side than the ones that would have been on the side I'm gluing. So let's there. That's another piece that's quite fragile. Okay. This has lots of great dots. Let's try that. Dig, 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 dig. Ooh. Here we go. And as I'm digging, I'm shooting lots of little pieces of paper off onto the floor. That is not so good. Okay. Let's try a little piece of the grungy paper towel. Let's see. I think I want a very big piece. We'll go with that. Okay. Let me. Okay. Oops. Let me fold over my glue paper over here. Okay. All right, that's good. No, I don't think so. How about that? A bit of waxed paper. Waxed and embossed paper. I buried the pin bathtub. That's not good. So let's cover that pretty well. Here we go. That works. Pin back in the art glitter glue because I need to think for a second. Yes. This one I think I'll use the. Now let me put some down here. I'll try putting some on the back of the paper towel. Line it up without, mash it down without mashing out all the texture. Okay, now for this one, I did the same thing for folded. Little tiny envelope. Once again, I will put the link to the video where I did this. I think down there. I don't know what I'm going to use to close this. So none of my little tags were small enough for this. I'm looking for my hole punch, but I don't see it anywhere. Huh. It's here. I just can't see it for looking for it. Let's see. There's folded. And do I want to add a bit of color? No, I don't think so. All right. Could have some other little things. Yes. Maybe one of these. What's we got in here? Yeah, that's a fun little tab. Cool. All the wonderful things you find when you start straightening up your space. Let's see, so do I want to put this part of this down there? Will that work? No, I don't think it's going to work. It's too big. It's too big. Okay, what else? Well, I guess I could just glue it shut. I really didn't want to do that, though. Think. Can't think fast enough. Okay. Well, I do have this little piece of ticket. No. Nope. Let's see, what do I have over here in my scraps? Ooh. Yes, I think that will work. It's just a little teeny tiny piece of coffee dyed paper, probably from the same piece of paper this is made from. So we just put a little bit on each edge. Grab the tweezers again. So hopefully I can line that up. Oops. Line it up and make it very crooked. Let's see. Oh yes, okay. That works. Gonna get it back in there now that I took it out. Yes, takes a little bit of maneuvering, but it can be done. It was done. That's good. All right. Pin back in there. Let's see. Oh, I do have some more rub-ons that I could use on this. Let's see. Where do I want them? Here, maybe. Okay. Like that. I buy these rub-ons because they're so pretty. Well, not the coffee splatters, but so many of the other ones that I have, and then I put them up and I forget I have them. So, as I've been sorting through things, I've found all these wonderful rub-ons. So I need to start using them. Okay, let's see. Yes. Yes. Oh, there you go. That's good. What else do I want to put on this? I keep thinking I want to use my little tabs, but I didn't use one on the last one, so. Okay, well, let me clean up that edge. Let's see. Oh, I have something I can actually put in my little envelope. Will the stamp fit? Ooh, the stamp does fit. Okay. So we've got a folded envelope that actually has a purpose. I wish I had a teeny tiny stamp to put there, but I don't think I have anything small enough. Let's see. Wonder if I could manage. Well, we're going to give it a try. Okay. Need to pad tweezers back in their spot. This goes over here. This goes over here. Scoot this over this way. Try to just get a little tiny bit of this inked up. Just for some interest. Not bad. A little more than I wanted there at the bottom, but never perfect in this world. Okay. What else do I have I could put here? No. Nope, I don't like it. I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it. What else do I have? I had some flowers I was going to use, but then they just seemed wrong. Not the right colors. Let's see. Wait. what are these? Let's see. That looks pretty good there. What do I want? Nope. This little one will be the one I will use. One of my Tim Holtz ephemera packs. Yes, I like that. Let's put the pin back in the glue. And I think I want to put a stamp there. Let's see. Let's try this one. I want it kind of faded. That's really faded, but at least it's a little bit of something there. Okay. Let's see. A bit of washi tape at the bottom, maybe. Oh no, wait, maybe not. Maybe not washi tape. Maybe a little bit of music. Okay. Just for something different. Yes. I like that. Let's do that. Glue. Okay. All right. There we go. Alrighty. I think I will call that done. Although this one kind of doesn't feel like it has a focal point, huh? Well, let's see. I think we'll just call the little tiny envelope the focal point, even though it's not very bright there. Clean up all these other little things I have on my desk. Over here. Okay, so here it is. Here is the hashtag Grungy Tag challenge for, let's see, hashtag Grungy Tag challenge 2026. This is for the month of February. And the prompt was folded. And I folded these little envelopes and put on here. I'll have to look. Maybe somewhere in my stuff I have a teeny tiny thing I can stamp on there. For later. So anyway, thank you for joining me today. That's this. Oh wait, I gotta tell you. Next time, the prompt for the month of March will be 3 of something. So that's hashtag Grungy Tag Challenge 2026. And if you're participating, please use this hashtag and the hashtag Piles of Paragraphs. Makes it easier for me to find you. And if you like this video, and I sincerely hope that you did, please leave me a thumbs up, make a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And I will say bye-bye for now.